Welcome back to the Mvmt Performance project. Today we're looking at 3 simple exercises, moving up from the simplest version to the progressions that you can do, that you should do before you lift today, any lower body lifts especially, just to get that body warmed up, just to create some neuromuscular connection and get more out of your lifts. So what it's going to do, or what we're going to do actually, called a drop squat. So you're going to stand right here, standing up nice and tall, reach to the sky into those tippy toes. What we're going to do is throw our hands down and drop into a squat. So we're going to put the brakes on real hard down here. What this is going to teach us is to use that isometric phase of contraction, the muscle contraction, to stop, boom, because in every lift, we're going to do the eccentric portion of a squat, for example, and there's going to be a millisecond, a split second of isometric, so that's a hold, it's a stop before we come back up. So by training this, we're creating a better connection to our muscles so we can get more out of the lift, so we can activate more muscle fibers, and 2, we develop the athletic component so that when we do have to move or play sport or change direction, that our body is used to those demands of changing direction. So the eccentric stress of slowing ourselves down, the isometric hold for that fraction of a second before we can get that concentric and change direction. So we're practicing very simple squat. Call this a drop squat, up on the toes, reach to the sky. We're gonna throw our hands down to the ground, hit the brakes hard, hold. So we can do a set of 5. Up to the sky, drop down. What we can do also, once we've done a couple of sets of those, we're comfortable, we hit those brakes real hard, dead stop, is the next thing. We're gonna do a drop squat to jump. So, hands up, drop, up right away, and hit the brakes again. So these plyometrics, a plyometric is really any ground contact that's between 120 and 150 milliseconds. So it really is quick ground contact time. While this isn't a true plyometric, this does still train the body to be reactive, to handle that eccentric stress or those extra forces, slowing us down, as well as create power, because, all of us are athletes, right? And performance is pretty much for all of us. So that's what this trains. So the first exercise, like I mentioned, drop squat. Once you're comfortable with that, hitting the brakes hard, handling that eccentric stress and training, let's say if you're squatting today, that squat pattern. Next thing, drop squat to jump squat. And then we can just do it right here, down and up. Repetitions. So just simple jump squats. Give that a shot at home. We're going for 5 reps. The goal here is power. So the drop squat, hitting the brakes real hard, hold. Then we're doing the drop squat with the jump, 5 reps total. The whole idea, like I just mentioned, is to be as explosive as possible and hit those brakes really hard. Take a break. I'd suggest doing this for 2 or 3 sets before you lift, just to wake up that body, get those legs moving, get that heart pumping, also to create, like I mentioned, that neuromuscular connection to get more out of your lifts. Give it a shot when you train today. Let me know what you think. Grateful for your feedback. Mvmt Performance project. See you tomorrow.